Have you ever been sitting quietly and suddenly your mind pulls you back to an old moment? A laugh you don't hear anymore? A person who's no longer in your life? A version of you that felt happier, stronger, more alive, and for a second it feels warm, comforting, but then it hurts because you open your eyes and realize you're not there anymore. That's when memories stop being memories and start becoming traps. Let me ask you something honestly. How many times have you delayed working on your goals because you were busy replaying the past, scrolling old photos, rereading old chats, thinking things were better back then? We don't talk about this enough, but memories can quietly steal your future. Not because they're bad, but because we get stuck living in them. Here's the truth. Your brain loves familiarity. Even painful familiarity feels safer than an unknown future. So when life feels confusing, when motivation is low, when you feel behind everyone else, your mind escapes into memories. That time when you felt confident, that relationship that made you feel wanted, that phase when life felt simple, and without realizing it, you start comparing your present self to a past version of you. And guess what? You always lose that comparison. This is how memories become traps. You start thinking, I was happier before, I was more productive before, I was more confident before. But you forget something important. You're not remembering the whole truth. You're remembering edited highlights. Your mind deletes the stress, the confusion, the sleepless nights, and keeps only the good parts. That's not memory. That's nostalgia lying to you. Let's talk about how this affects real life. You sit down to work, but instead of starting, you drift. You remember how motivated you used to be. So now you feel worse for not feeling that way anymore. You want to start improving yourself, but you keep thinking about how far you've fallen. You want to move on from someone, but your mind keeps reminding you of who they were, not who they became. So you stay stuck, not because you're lazy, not because you're weak, but because you're mentally living in the past while time keeps moving forward. Here's something no one tells you. The past doesn't need you anymore, but the future does. And every minute you spend reliving old moments is a minute you're not building new ones. That's heavy, I know, but it's also freeing, because once you see the trap, you can step out of it. So how do you stop memories from controlling you? Not by forcing yourself to forget. That never works. You do it by changing how you relate to memories. Here are a few simple, real steps. First, notice when memory becomes escape. Next time you drift into the past, pause. Ask yourself, am I remembering or am I avoiding something? Avoiding starting a task, avoiding a difficult emotion, avoiding an uncomfortable decision? Memories often show up when we're running from the present. Just noticing this breaks half the trap. Second, stop asking, why was I better before? That question kills motivation. Instead, ask, what made that version of me feel alive? Was it routine, purpose, movement, connection? You don't need the past back. You need the elements that work. Steal the lessons, not the timeline. Third, create one small anchor in the present. Your mind time travels when the present feels empty. So give it something solid. One habit, one daily walk, one 10-minute focus session, one honest journal page at night. Nothing dramatic. Consistency beats nostalgia every time. Fourth, accept that growth feels boring at first. The past feels exciting because it's familiar. The future feels scary because it's unknown. But the present feels boring. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're building. Every strong version of you started as a quiet, unimpressive phase. Don't quit just because it doesn't feel magical yet. And here's the most important part. You're not broken for missing the past. It means you cared. It means you lived. But you weren't meant to stay there. Memories should be teachers, not prisons. Let's bring this home. If you're feeling stuck, if motivation feels low, if you keep thinking life peaked before, remember this. You don't need to go back to who you were. You need to move forward as who you're becoming. Tonight, try this one small thing. Close your eyes for a moment. Thank the past for what it gave you. Then ask yourself, what's one tiny thing I can do tomorrow for my future self? Just one. Do that, and then do it again the next day. We don't escape memory traps in one big moment. We step out slowly, together, one step at a time.